Good morning, y'all. Today, we're gonna make pickles. We're gonna make bread and butter pickles, and we're gonna make fermented pickles. So, I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. Let me show you some of the ingredients to get started. First, of course, we have our cucumbers, and we've got various sizes. We've got skinny ones, and fat ones, and long ones. We got short ones up in here somewhere. We've got our red bell peppers, which I prefer, but you can use the red ones if you want. But you can also use hot peppers. We got our onions, and we've got our canning and pickling salt. Now, it's important when you do pickles that you use the canning and pickling salt. You don't want to use table salt because that'll turn your batches dark, and everyone wants a pretty jar of pickles. So the first thing I'm going to do, I am going to cut the ends off of each one of these, because on the blossom end there is an enzyme that will cause your pickles to go soft. So you want to remove that. And then you just cut your pickles, or cut your cucumbers into about 1/4 inch slices. Now, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me cut all these pickles. So as soon as I'm done with that, we'll be back. Okay, y'all, we got all our onions chopped up and separated. Nice size, but not too big. Then we move on to the peppers. And like I said, you can use the red peppers, you can use green peppers, you can use hot peppers, yellow peppers. It doesn't matter, just whatever you prefer. And there again, we're going to chop these up. About that thick. And when we get this all done, we'll be back. One thing I need to add that I forgot to tell you, make sure you remove all the seeds. And see this white? You want to remove all of that, because that will give your pickles a bitter flavor, and it's just not good. So remove all of that. We'll be back. Okay, I'm going to show you my secret to keeping my pickles crispy. It's an easy process. What you do, you take your cucumbers, put them in a pan, and you layer them. Now, what I'm going to add to that is salt. And there's no measuring. You just take a good amount of salt and spread it on there. More pickles. Onions. Peppers. Oops. And salt. Now, I know that seems like an awful lot of salt, but we're going to be rinsing that off. Now, what I'm going to add is ice. Mix all that ice up in there, and what that's going to do, that's going to get this super cold, and it's going to draw the moisture out of the vegetables. all that salt and ice mixed up in there. Layer more of your cucumbers, more onions, more peppers, layer ice, throw the rest of your cucumbers. Now, this is going to sit in the refrigerator for a minimum of 3 hours. Overnight preferably, but no less than 3 hours. Okay guys, have a look. That's what it needs to look like. Now that's going to get super cold. And in 3 or more hours, we'll be back. Okay guys, it's been about 4 hours since we put our cucumbers on to cool. And look down in here, all that water. That has pulled a lot of the moisture out of the cucumbers. Now where we have to go from here, we've got to rinse these very well and soak them for about a half an hour to get all that salt out of it. Otherwise you're going to have pickles that are so salty you can't eat them. Ask me how I know this. I forgot to rinse them one time. So, as soon as we get them rinsed and soaked, we'll be back. Okay guys, I've rinsed these twice and now I've got them soaking in cool water to get the salt off. But what I wanted to show you, the Ball Blue Book for canning. This is the recipe you want to follow if you do it that way. I follow my grandma's way of doing things, which means I don't measure anything. I just taste as I go, and if I like it, that's what I use. Let me show you what we got so far. That's the brine for the bread and butter pickles. And it's a good recipe. We like it. Now I sanitize my jars by washing them really well in hot soapy water or in the dishwasher. Now you can sanitize in the dishwasher if you want to, but I put them in the oven. I put them on 200 degrees for at least 15 minutes. And then I'll take them out as I need them. Okay guys, starting to fill my jars. And of course, I use the tools God gave me to do it. Just want to stuff them down in there tight, because they will float if you don't. And I leave about a ½ inch headspace. And then we just stir the liquid, the brine. And pour it in. I do. Work them bubbles out of there. Okay guys, we're gonna fill our jars. Don't forget to debubble your jar. And if you're going to do it like this, be careful you don't break your jar. Take a damp cloth and clean the rims really well. Put your lid on and just finger tight. Isn't that pretty? Then you put it down in your water. Okay guys, we've got how many pints? 8 pints done. And we are going to turn them on, bring it up to a boil, and we are going to let that process for 10 minutes. And we will bring you back when that's done. Okay, y'all. There's the first 2, 4, 6, 8 jars out. We'll bring you back when the rest are out of the canner. Alright everyone, this is what we ended up with, 17 pint jars of pickles. Now, you want to be sure not to touch these for 24 hours. Give them a chance for their lids to pop closed. And anything that don't, put in the refrigerator. You all have a blessed day. And I hope you enjoyed canning with me. Bye, y'all.